me anyway. I'd rather be sitting here making money rather than dying on the building site.
For her, that was perfect because dying while doing what you love to do is like being in heaven.
nah. Look, yeah, we
Yeah,
say that. We
it's
say
like
that.
being in
It's not
heaven on earth
true.
already.
It's not
That's exactly what
true.
it is.
Oh man, I think that's such a weird way of looking at life. You don't want to. You want to die doing nothing.
That's the next Annie. That's the next slogan for our event. Do you want to die at your 9 to 5?
Yeah, now let's ask the question. Now let's ask the question. I think it's one to ask for sure, right? I'm writing it down. Now, do you want to die doing your 9 to 5? The answer to that is no. But do you want to die in your own business? Think of that. Do you want to die in your own business? No, you want to exit by then. Sharon Rose, that's where I'm
Retire.
totally. You
No,
want to leave.
I
You want to retire. You want to go and rest up.
I
You want
disagree.
to know. Why do you disagree, Michael? I want to go to Coach David as well, but now he's here.
Because you die faster when you rest up at old age, and that's proven.
Rest up doesn't mean do nothing. Rest up mean like when I say, no, you see my friend Ronald. His retirement is spent learning AI, how to talk to AI, how to make AI more human, and he spends his days doing that. I'm saying, right, he's 70 something. He's enjoying life. You
You
don't
can
want to
certainly
just slow
you
down.
can certainly find other passions,
Yes,
but do something. Don't do nothing.
you have to do something, otherwise you're dead. Mm.
Yeah,
And
and
I
that's
know
why
what I mean.
and that's what I'm trying to avoid people understanding is that don't do nothing. You
Mm.
gotta do something, and you
Okay.
gotta keep active. You gotta keep living.
Yep, for sure, for sure. Now, look, living and working are two different things, whether in your business or someone else's business. I think this is where we have to find that sweet spot where we build a business that can run. This is the point of this room that Christina and I created, right? You can build a business and build the foundations that can be profitable and like we talked about earlier. I don't know whether you were here, Michael. Having an exit strategy where you can sell this business of yours. That's what you want to be doing. Sharon Rose, I'm with you. She wants to be frolicking freely at 150 years old.
You can
Like,
either sell it or you can even give it away to your children who can continue to pursue it for their own
Legacy.
grandchildren way down the road. That's also another option.
it is. But it's very hard these days to expect your dream to be your children's dream. If you are Mr. Murdoch and you have billions and gazillions, pound companies, dollar companies like Sky and so on, and Fox, I'm saying that's a different league to most ordinary people, right? And today, most business sales happen because the kids don't want to run it. The old man has had enough and he's like, right, I need to stop. And the kid's like, well, we don't want it, sell it. And then they find that the business is not worth jack. It's a problem. Look, Michael, thank you so much. To say, Sharon Rose, I agree with you. We need to walk the talk. That's what branding really is, right? You asked a branding question there. To create a brand. Maybe that's another question on our list, Christina. So I believe in creating a brand from day one. I believe in creating an identity. And I think a brand essentially to me, it's not just the color, it's not the logo, it's having a name that's recognizable, but also I want to be recognized for doing things in a certain way. That's real brand building. When you're not there, when people talk about you, they know who you are, they know how you work, they know what makes you different, what makes you special compared to others. But you must walk the talk. You can't just talk about it. You actually have to do it. So that's I said. My question to Coach David as well, I guess, is and you, Christine, and those in the audience, do you create a brand from day one, or do you grow into your brand? Yeah. Okay. I think. Go on, Christina. What do you think?
Well, ideally, if you start out knowing, right, exactly what it's going to look like, and you've been thinking about it for so long, and now you just decide to take action, ideally, you have, it means that you're coming at it with clarity. So yes, you can create the brand from day one. However, what you're going to be doing today is not going to be what you're doing in 2 years from now. So
I'm glad you
so
said that.
yeah, so you grow into your brand, right? So when I first started out, I was learning how to use LinkedIn, right? So I didn't have fancy posts. Some of my initial posts are on post-its with a little mini avatar of me that says "Let's talk," right? But believe it or not, one of those post-its got me my first client, and so it was something that I said. It was something that I was writing that got their attention, and they became my client because we had a conversation, not because of the ugly post-it, right? So and that's why in the end, I don't believe that the logo, the this, it's all important. You'll refine it over time. If it is important to you to have the banner, sure, go for it, right? But I refined mine several times. I know it's not perfect. I like it right now. Many people approach me, do this, do that, put this here, but that's not what's bringing me my business. It's not my LinkedIn banner. It's not that, right? But it is, you grow into your brand. So 3 years ago, I basically was helping people that wanted to start an online store, wanted to sell things online, and they had an idea, but they were not sure how to present it. And over time, I made the connection that yes, you source products, you sell them online, you can use third party marketplaces. But now I had this wonderful world of social media that I was, growing into, and I made the connection that you can actually bring so many people that are interested in the niche to your online store that you built. So my brand has completely evolved over time. But the heart of it, the fact that I wanted to help other people building a business out of a passion, still stays and still remains. It just keeps evolving.
Mm. Nice. Look, I like that the fact you say, what we do today is what we're going to be doing in 2 years' time. If you told me that, I would have argued with you at the time. So when I started off, I was a pure marketer, social media, websites, emails, LinkedIn, lead gen became my savior because people don't pay you for those things. They could do, some do, but not enough people do, right? So I had to find something else. And my savior was LinkedIn. That's why I'm a LinkedIn. Call it what you like, and LinkedIn addict. My business is built on LinkedIn. So then I switched from pure marketing to search and connect, lead generation. Call it that. And then since then, I've switched to publishing books. I do now, and marketing books. Your business is going to look very different further down the line, but you must start somewhere. And I think Dr. Marcia made some very good points. So Coach, if you want to add to this part of the conversation, my friend, you feel free, right? Dr. Marcia was talking about you have to find a fulfilling role, responsibilities, and literally you got to find what you love and what you're good at. Isn't that a trick question? There's two things there, my friends. I think they're different things, but they're the same thing. So I get it, Dr. Marcia. Do you do what you love, or do you do what you're good at, Christina and Coach David? What is your idea for the side hustle to business conversation?
Want me to answer?
Yeah, well, I want you both to answer. Let's go to Coach David, then I'll come to you.
So do you do what you love, or do you do what you're good at, right? Well,
Yes.
you have to see if what you love is something you're good at, and you have to test it. And you have a strong attachment to what you love, right? Then you have to make it your business to invest in yourself so that you can really become good at it, or refine the skills and the passion that you have into something that grows over time. Now, if what you're good at, you actually love, easy, right? So it's a win-win
Win-win,
right there.
win-win, win-win. That's a win-win, right? See, but it's
But
a
I
risk.
do both. I do
Yeah,
both.
I think if you get good at something, I think you get to love it in the end.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a happy days. But I think for a long time, you won't necessarily love what you do. And a lot of people here listen, they're thinking, "Any, have you gone mad?" No. Yes, we should do what we love, but I think if you're not good at doing something, you're not going to last long. That's the problem. So the passion alone can never sustain a business. You need mastery. Then there's some. I think trying to do this conversation in one go, Christina, is too much.
Oh yeah.
We need to break it down into different components. Even to you spoke earlier even about the family thing. Sort out your personal life, because they won't understand when you start off, when you made a transition. Your family will be looking at you going, "What are you doing? Go and get a job. Who do you think you are?" So there's a whole thinking strategy that you have to do, and maybe it's a resilience you have to develop as well. So I'm sure we'll find a way to bring this conversation back more than once. Coach David, you've been too quiet, my friend. You have not muted. It's a worry. Are you there? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hello, Henny. How are you?
See, that's why I did my 5 to 1. I'm all right, Coach David. How are you doing?
I'm good. Apologies that I've been listening in, and I'm excited. Christina, you're doing super amazing work. I really appreciate. You've said a lot of things, and that's why I've been quiet, Henny, because she's done super work. I just want to add a few things about a feedback about what you said. What you're doing right now isn't what you'll be doing in 2 years' time. That's genius. Please shorten that to maybe 6 months. Shorten that to maybe daily. What you're doing today isn't what you're going to be doing tomorrow. That's because there are about 5 things going on at once. 1, you're trying to make money. 2, you're trying to develop a product. 3, you're trying to satisfy your customers. I mean, the amount of roller coaster, the amount of variation in your activities, even from a branding perspective, is very. And you don't have a budget to do it. You don't have the budget to do all the things that will occur to you. So you must identify in the mix of the madness what methods you will employ. The only thing is authenticity is probably what you have a hope for, and not overstretch yourself. That's my opinion. Because you're young in business at that time, maybe one should just focus on serving your customers and using that as your brand energy. The reflection of the kind of work you do, where you merge your identity into every piece of deliverable that goes out. You're a fashion designer, let it be a signature moment for every single client, so that each single client talks to 10 people minimum. Sew that piece of cloth as if is a queen that will put it on, and sew it like you are doing. It's just when you serve someone, you put energy into the service, you transmit energy psycho-emotionally into that delivery, so that the person is forced to talk about you and your restaurant or your cloth to the next person. When someone serves you well, you can't keep it to yourself. Make sure you pile energy into making the bottle, the cup overflow. Give them an experience that makes it difficult not to come back again.
Yeah.
That is your brand. Your key branding artifact should make your production line at the beginning, because you don't have the money to make noise. Let the noise be in the work. And remember, your first 10 customers, your first 20, your first 30, your first 40, your first 100 customers are your real billboards.
Oh,
That's my recommendation.
oh, Coach
The other
David,
one,
you're sharing gems. Now, really, now I think this is fundamental for those who want to make the transition. I really think it is. Right? I think many people are they want more. They want more customers. They want 10 customers. They want 20 customers. Right? I wanted big customers on day one. Of course, I did. I realized, as you're saying, Coach David, that if I got a big, let's say I got a Coca-Cola company come to me, even now, I would blow it. I don't have the resources. Even have the knowledge to do what they want. I know what they want.
exactly.
I'm saying, but if you treat your customers one by one, as you said, as your walking adverts. Now, if you make every customer your signature customer, you will succeed because then you can charge whatever you like. Really, so a lot of people, they think if I charge cheap and I get loads of people, loads of website visits, loads of clicks, I'm like, no, just focus on one person at a time. Do one person at a time.
Yeah.
And they're like, it's too slow. I'm like, it's not too slow because when you do one person at a time, like you say, you get from 1, you get to 10, you get to 100, and now you can employ people because you have such a good business that people trust. People are willing to invest the money in that you can grow. It's that's fundamentals. Sorry, I had to interject for that very reason.
No, you're absolutely spot on because you don't have the budget to make. So there are two parts of branding, generally speaking. In a certain sense, there is what you want to, the idea, the core idea. Then there are the multiplied by platforms or expressions or core concepts multiplied by the drama or the communication. When you don't have money to communicate everything inside the delivery. It's only wise that you leave a taste on the palate. Let them taste your delivery and let it be palatable. And thank you, Annie, for that. The second thing is that you don't want to overstretch yourself buying, for example, Facebook ads, YouTube ads, or buying any fanciful ads because you don't have the budget to outspend the people who are already matured in that industry. Your delivery, what you're good at, and because you've gotten feedback, like Christina said, because the joke is that the comedian is not funny. I once, after university, decided to do comedy. For whatever reason, I was young enough to think I could be a comedian. I had some success, but after a while, I found that I was not as funny as I thought. Now, that's the joke. So when people are laughing, they are laughing at the comedian, not at the joke. So test and get feedback in the first customer, the second one, the third one. That's valuable brand planning tool. This is your real planning input into your brand planning process. The experience is the brand. So what you're good at is non-negotiable. What you enjoy doing may be a more complex question. It's strange if you don't enjoy doing something and you are good at it. It's possible, but it's very strange. But the more you are in the zone where you're good at something, you have a passion for it, or you love doing it, the more your chance of success. And you see, work becomes play for you and play becomes work. That zone is a zone you should think entrepreneurship in. Activities or things that overlap in between what you enjoy doing and what you also do very well. If there's a disconnect in that place, something must give way. The business may not survive, or you may not survive. Or you can even create a demand that you're not ready to supply at another level. So that question is, it must be both. You enjoy doing it, and you are absolutely good at it. Make a list of those items that you're good at and you enjoy doing. That may be the best place to start from because it not affects your branding. My last shot on this area is that you have the benefit of an effort. It's like having a fish pond. You can throw your net and they can catch 1,000 fishes. I can throw your net and just catch one big fish because you have the ability to also design your results per time. Don't bake more than you can eat. Don't make the mistake of my young cousin who saw jollof rice I hope Christina knows what jollof rice is. There's this debate whether it's Ghanaian jollof rice or Nigerian jollof rice is better or South African jollof rice. Although Michael will say South Africa or Zimbabwe, I will say no, it's Nigerian. And any friends will say it's that other person's jollof rice. What's the bigger point? Because you love jollof rice, don't pack too much jollof rice that you can eat. Take little jollof rice, a little piece of chicken, a little jollof rice, a little piece of chicken, until you are full, but don't come and waste it. So there are people that do big ads and they call big people and they've not failed at small levels.
Hmm.
They've not failed at small levels. You need to fail. You need to get to the end of that your gift
Yeah.
or that your initial passion so that you will know who you should hire next or what you should hire next. So you want to, oh, I'm the most, let's say, for example, I think I'm the most funny comedian in town. Until I stood before a crowd of that. This happened to me practically. I stood before a crowd of 10,000 people and I froze. I couldn't say a word. Up till that time, the highest amount of crowd I've spoken before was about 2,000. And there was this event where I was invited and given 7 full minutes. I made a jest of myself. Look, I wasn't ready for that crowd. It was too large, too big. I was about 26 at the time, I think. What's the point? After then, I've spoken to a crowd of 14,000, 15,000. After that time, what's the bigger point? Give yourself opportunity to fail in the earlier months, weeks, and years. It will give you feedback about what to scale and how to scale. Every business will tell you what to do next. But don't forget the point. Identity is your first delivery. That's your brand identity. Thank you.
Yeah, no, thank you. They say fail fast, fail forward, right? Do it quick. Fail many times. You learn a lot of lessons. Christina, please feel free. Do you want to feedback to Coach David? Or do you want to talk about whatever you want to talk about? It's up to you. You're muted. You're still muted.
Yes, I was muted. So not necessarily feedback, but something about you were selling yourself short. Don't make that mistake. So this comes to mind. A lot of people that are stepping into, no longer a 9 to 5. Now I'm working for myself. We talk often about pricing. Should my price be flexible, or should I have fixed price because I believe in my service and that's what it is, right? That to me, it's linked a lot with you growing with your brand and with your brand evolving over time. And the thing that is attached to your brand is your services, right? So you have to decide also what are the door openers. So, for example, I have door openers. Not everybody is ready to go all in and say, okay, I want to work with you for 6 months. That's your package. Great. I'm enrolled, right? Some people want to sample, test the water, and really understand where they are at right now. So by you entertaining the conversations, for example, in your 15-minute coffee chats, and work with the client, tailoring a package that you can live with, but also helps them in this moment, you're actually building a bunch of door openers offers that can over time materialize and grow into something more. These I learned while I was building my business inside hustle mode, right? I thought I'd roll down with my pricing, but then I said, okay, well, I'm working right now. Let me actually learn from this client, because they don't need all this stuff that I'm offering, or they believe they don't. Because sometimes people don't know what they need, right? They want something this simple so far. So let me actually create that. I wasn't in the market to create something like that as part of my brand, but I tried because I could help them, and I could help them really easily, right? So a couple of years later, now I'm working with them on a bigger project. So that's the thing, right? So adapt with your brand, stay open, flexibility, but yes, don't go and on a Facebook or Meta ad and saying coaching only $20 for an hour, right? Don't go and do that, because that's completely underselling. But if you met somebody, also it depends. How did you meet somebody? Was this person a referral? Was this person somebody that you interacted with over time, right? Especially on this platform. Does this person live in your ecosystem? Like they know somebody that you know, they know somebody that you know. So, that's something that you have to think strategy even then, even during these conversations. Is it beneficial for me to help this person with this particular need that they have right now, even if that's not exactly what I do? And it turns out that I'm a firm believer that you can really not lose when you help somebody with you, when you know you can offer the solution, even if it's not the big grand solution that you're imagining, right? And you can just make somebody help at this particular moment. Because in the end, what that turned out to be also for me was free PR. Person was happy, told other people, great.
I mean, that's what Coach David was saying about using that first customer. That every customer is your billboard, your walking billboard. It's an important one. Right? Look, so they say we'll cover many things. So the one thing I want to know is, now we'll save this for next time, Christina. You have to tell us the story of 5 businesses. What happened to them? What you learned?
Will you say, can you?
Is it your first 5? It's your first few businesses that didn't work. I'm always nosy, so I say let's not do it. Let's save that for next time. So next show we start with that. I said no, we've got a serious plan, my friends. Hopefully, it's been a useful conversation today. I've enjoyed it. Now Sharon Rose enjoyed it too. She says incredible session. Catch you on the flip side. It's our twins turned 13 today. Congratulations! Well, happy birthday to your twins. Did you say congratulations to parents? I don't know. Well, happy birthday anyway. 13. What a wonderful age. Yeah. Teenagers. Good luck with that. Good luck with that. I said, my youngest is 16, and I'm happy and I'm at peace. When my kids were 13, God knows, God help me. I was different place. But my friends, Christina, thank you for an amazing conversation. I look forward to show in 2 weeks' time. Well, except for 29th, we've put in the diary, right? 29th, what we say, because I'm in Ghana. And then we'll come back again and we'll carry on the conversation, and then we'll find a way to share what we discuss in this room in a book. If it involves a book somewhere, right? So, expect me and Christina to write a book about this transition, to being your own boss and escaping a 9-to-5. We may call it something else. Who knows, right? Well, thank you, everyone. I truly appreciate you spending your time with us. Christina, how do people get hold of you?
Well, my main thing is LinkedIn, so DM works. There's a Calendly link, but if any of those times don't work for you, just go ahead and send me a message. So yes, LinkedIn is my actually main landing page. So go ahead and reach out to me there. Excellent.
Please now put your LinkedIn profile in the comments if you don't mind, because it says me doing it, and it will be there. And if you want to make a comment, it's much easier for people to connect with you. If you want to connect with Christina, I don't know how to, because you're not connected at all, because you're too far from on LinkedIn's. It's 3-tier, say first, second, or third degree connection thing. Send me a DM. I'll connect you two together. Right? So, I say thank you, everyone. Coach David, Michael, is there anything you want to add before we go? Otherwise, we can call it a day. So we've got 5 minutes left.
No, it's been quite lovely, Christina. I certainly appreciate you coming on board.
You got to talk louder, man. You got to talk louder.
I always forget that I have to move my mic towards my mouth in order to talk a little louder. Sorry about that, Christina.
Thank you.
It's been great having you on board. Certainly appreciate you coming, and the gems that you've been able to deliver were excellent, and we could tell that they are raw because you dug them up yourself. I certainly appreciate that as well. Come again.
It will.
Come again.
Thank you for your kind words. Thank you so much. I love how no one sees me here. They only see you, Christina, but it's fine. It's fine. I can live with it. Coach David, please.
Yes, this is super interesting conversation that should actually move, and I'll join Annie. Michael, good to hear your voice again, by the way. You know that love you loads, brother. Annie, I think
Yeah,
please,
same here, David. Same here.
thanks, man. So, Annie, I think I'm joining my voice with yours to say, Christina, please, let's have the book. There's a huge number of persons all over the world who want to transition, and there's a need to have second economies or secondary economics or secondary financial means, especially because of the tax systems of the world, because of the life design elements. Many women are finding it difficult to cope with family life for having a job, and the economies of the world is ripe all over the world for new disruptions. And as we go into AI, more persons will lose their jobs. So, Christina, you are a savior, a knight in shining armor that deserves to be heard more and more. And more people need to, your market, your addressable market for your book and seminars and materials are about to get bigger. And I would say to you, get ready for a lot of more attention and business, and we should have you more speak out. I'll just say 30 seconds on pricing. Pricing is a game of psychology. And like you said, pricing has different models. At the end of the day, the key is that the entrepreneur must not stop. And entrepreneurs have the idea, there's a way you can get focused on the business and everything else except your personal growth. The entrepreneurs I know who never done any course on pricing psychology, they don't even know it exists. And they don't know they can get much more for what they are doing. All of those bodies of knowledge we need to make more accessible in a nice and kind way. And the personal development plan of the entrepreneur is also very key. That's my last point. How much would you spend on your soul? Your soul meaning the realm of your will, emotion, and intellect, your ability to make decisions. How much would you spend on the engine that's carrying your business? Every empire rises and falls to the degree of the strength of the emperor's soul. If the emperor's soul is weak, the thinking process of the entrepreneur is weak, the empire will crumble. And it starts from the fringe edges, the products, the people, the delivery teams. But if your mind is sharp and strong, so every entrepreneur needs personal development budget. You need to plan how much you will spend for Christina and her clan. And you need a lot of Christinas on the journey to success. So that's my last take. Thank you, Annie, for bringing Christina, and thank Christina and Michael. Awesome sharing the room with you guys.
Thank you so much, Coach. Thank you so much. Christina, I'll give you the last word because it's your show, right? All right. Yeah. Sorry, I just kind of enter a comment and I could lose myself. Christina, so thank you again. Dr. Guanyama, I see Dr. Noella. Dr. Noella is going to be my next superstar, by the way, that you're going to meet as one of my co-hosts. Her book, The CEO, I guess, it's the Diary of the CEO Who Didn't Get Any Training to Build a Global Brand. That's the book she's working on. Like, yeah, stop telling them. It's coming, right, Dr. Noella? I know it's coming. And so we're on the second stage of editing as we speak. So next few weeks, Dr. Noella, no pressure. Guess I'm going to be making the changes, please. I'm just saying. Anyway, you guys know. Christina, so let you have the last word. Okay?
Okay. So, last word. Escaping this 9 to 5, right? It takes work. It's possible. It is doable. But if you're serious about it, you have to start working on it now. You know what? When you start working on it while you're employed, it makes it easier to cope with the job where you don't want to go to the job that you have overgrown, because you know you have a plan. You know you're working on something. So you can take all the drama and the shenanigans at the place of work much better. You actually get healthier, because you have a goal, you have a vision. There is something that you're following and you're shooting for. And as the little wins pile up, you start believing in yourself and in this thing that you want to build more and more and more and more. So just don't be a fool. Don't just run out of there because everything is going crazy. Just, build your escape plan, build it now, little by little, piece by piece, so that, when you go to bed and you have to wake up early to go to that work, you know what, the last action that I took before going to bed is advance towards what I'm building for my future. And really be frugal if you have to, save some money, create the runway for you, and pick a date. Pick a date and go for it. I picked a date long time ago. So pick a date. And, as you're approaching to the date, you know that you mean business. You're going to end up doing a little bit more work, reaching out to a little bit more people. Start telling people it's happening. It's happening next month, and tell to as many people that it's safe for you to tell to, those especially that are going to support you. And, I'm not going to say just do it, because it's not just doing it. It's start working on it now. Ask for help. Listen, join more conversations here on LinkedIn, ask questions, and make sure that you have clarity on what it is that you want to do, right? Test it, pilot it, see if it's making, if it's getting some attention. It doesn't mean that it has to earn money right away. It means that people actually want to hear from you. They want to have more conversations with you. And that's also, validation right then and there. If you're sharing some of your best stuff in a live for free, right? For free, you're not giving it away. You're claiming space. You're getting yourself out there. You're getting known. And if somebody, just like today on this live, says, I really enjoyed what you talked about, that's validation right then and there. That's something you can build on. Anytime somebody comments, oh, I really like that, that's something you can build on. So those are my last words for today.
And for today, not forever. No, thank you so much. We'll cover quite a lot, and there's much more that we're going to cover. I think making this leap is the biggest challenge we're ever going to have in life. It's the hardest thing we're ever going to do. And so I love your point. We need money. People don't know how much money we need to build a business. We need money. So part of the reason I can't quit now is because I spent all the money on my business. There's no plan B, so I must make it work. I must, and it's working. 10 years on, the life that we know awaits those who succeed, Christina, is there. The life is the fact that every day I wake up in peace. My clients might have a problem, not me. I've built a life where I know what I'm doing. I know how to do it so well. I can do it in my sleep. I love what I do. And it helps people, and they're willing to pay me good money for it. So I'll take it, right? So that's the joy for entrepreneurs, and so building a team, the growth that we can achieve, the ideas that we can create. Coach David and I say embarking on this speaking tour to inspire people, for example, about business growth in Africa. I'm saying now these are things you can do when down the line, when you've built a business, when you're more stable, more secure. That's the joy of entrepreneurship. Hopefully, if someone listens to us and does what we say, Christian, I'll take it. The one could be 10, could be 20, could be 100. Right? Yeah. Michael, you've unmuted.
Yeah, I got a question for you.
Go for it.
You mentioned sleeping.
Yes.
And I'm very puzzled because I am wondering to myself, does any really sleep?
Yes.
That's totally new to me.
Christina told you how I sleep earlier. I said to you that you got to find time in between stuff to sleep. So I sleep
I must have missed it.
Yeah, maybe. So I sleep most. I heard, and I know what she was saying. That's why it stuck with me, right? I sleep pretty much most days. I sleep in the morning, my time, so 6 till 12. I tell people quite clearly, my boundaries, call me before 12, I'm not going to answer you. Unless your house is burning down, I'm still not going to answer you.
I may never know because I'm always seeing you on LinkedIn. I mean, there's not
I'm not always on LinkedIn.
Tons like this guy he never sleeps. I mean,
you work out when you see me
sleeper.
before. Have you seen me before 12 UK time, Michael? Before 7 EST? I said, no, you don't see me. I'm not here.
I'm gonna have to experiment on that. I'm
Yeah,
probably
try it,
asleep by
try it.
then.
See, but that said, today I stayed awake because I had a show at 12. So I had to.
Oh,
So that's what. There's no
today
point
is
in me
the
going to
other.
sleep.
Oh,
Right?
okay.
Christina has
So
to
you
go. So
do.
no, we're going, Christina. I say in 10 seconds they will go. So today, literally, I had to go and get my tire fixed after the show. I did and came back and slept, and we're here. Christina, enjoy, my friend. Take care. Take care.
Thank you. See you guys
Talk on
next time.
Bye bye
See you later.
everyone. Bye.